Chapter 4. Technical Writing. Objectives. To introduce the learners to the genre of technical writing. To equip the learners with technical writing skills so as to enhance their employability. What is technical writing? Technical writing is defined as a form of communication which covers technical concepts such as medical procedures, computer applications, environmental regulations, aerospace industry, finance, engineering, biotech, energy and automobiles. Technical writing applies to any type of text that provides instructions to perform a task efficiently. Using graphs, tables, drawings, and other visual aids in technical writing enhances the effectiveness of the written document. Technical writing as a profession demands the skill of expressing complicated concepts in simple words using good grammar. Hence, mastering technical writing skills demands an eye for details, technical expertise, and passion for content development. Prerequisites for technical writing. Excellent writing skills, sound command over language. Technical competence. Aptitude for research and exploration. Interview skills. Expertise in documentation. Creativity and innovation. Role of a technical writer varies from writing user manuals, instructions on running an application, standard operating procedure, content for help and FAQs to offering a solution to specific problem. Technical writing offers a solution to a specific problem and helps people complete tasks. Technical writing can be classified into different types based on the applications. Different types of technical documents cater to suit different purposes and different target groups. These include copywriting, business correspondence, travel writing, article writing, reports, plans, proposals, and minutes of meetings. However, this unit focuses only on copywriting, business writing, travel writing, and article writing. Technical copywriting. With technical copywriting, the aim is no different from other forms of technical writing, but these types of writers will have specialized knowledge of a specific industry or adept in writing about technical subjects. Objective of copywriting is to present complicated technical topics in simple terms. A technical copywriter needs to enable a not-so-tech-savvy mind to explore technical content. One needs to master the art of blending language skills and technical know-how. Also, a technical writer must possess knowledge of the requirements of the industry's companies. Technical copywriters write content for marketing like case studies, brochures, website copy, and product guides for technical industries like construction, manufacturing, or IT. Business writing. Objective of business writing is to establish rapport among business personnel and the target group's clients. Business writing is a type of writing that is used in a business setup, establishment. It refers to professional communication including genres such as policy recommendations, advertisements, press releases, application letters, emails, and memos. Because business writing can take many forms, business writers often consider their purpose, audience, and relationship dynamics to help them make effective stylistic choices. While norms vary depending on the situation, business writers and audiences tend to value writing that communicates effectively, efficiently, and succinctly. Application of business writing. In drafting client proposals, memos, emails, and notices. In preparing reports and other forms of business correspondence. 50. Travel writing. Travel writing is the genre of writing that dwells on the topics related to traveling, such as writing travelogues, tour guides, and itinerary. Travel writers are in high demand in the online, print, and electronic media. As a professional travel writer, one can also write content for radio, blogs, and books. To be a travel writer, one must be able to tell a good narrative, have a passion for writing about adventure, and the ability to offer the finest trip recommendations for readers. Travel writing could take the shape of a newspaper article educating readers about a certain location. It can also be a book-length work of literary nonfiction that tells a lengthier story about a trip or location. The writing is more thorough and less informal than that of a travel blog. Travel writers are typically self-employed, giving them the freedom to write about a variety of topics related to the travel business. They assist people in planning their journeys, keeping track of spending, and avoiding roadblocks. They can use networks such as YouTube and Instagram, as well as create their own blog. They might also work as freelancers for various travel companies. Flair for photography may prove to be an advantage in making a career in travel writing. Most aspiring travel photographers discover early on in their careers that travel photography is not the same as taking images while traveling. It involves clicking landscapes, cityscapes, portraits, sports, food, and close-ups that lure the traveling community. As a travel photographer, one must be willing to wait for hours for the next opportunity for photography. Professional travel writing requires a degree in communication, journalism, or similar discipline. Working as a freelancer or writing for online travel sites or in-flight magazines are other options. Applications of travel writing. Writing manuals. A how-to guide essentially supplies its readers with valuable information that can only be offered after some experience. It assists readers in anticipating and resolving obstacles in order to make the entire journey as smooth as possible. 51. Writing itineraries. A travel writer finds ample scope to display his managerial skills. Itineraries are required to organize entire journey ahead of time. It is a comprehensive itinerary that details everything that must be accomplished during a trip. It begins with arriving at the destination using a pre-planned means of transportation and the activities that must be completed, as well as the cities that must be visited. Essays on personal travel, biographical write-ups, also known as travelogues. Great travel personal essays can be descriptive, narrative, expository, and reflective. They have a distinct voice, a rich past, a universal theme and/or lesson, and the ability to tell a travel-related story rich in analogies and comparisons that reach the reader. As the work develops, personal travel essays become more like a journey of discovery, rich in perspective and a well-balanced trip narrative. The trip part of your personal essay should not be hidden. Instead, it should be integrated into the tale. Blogging about travel and lifestyle. Bloggers capture readers' interest by being humorous, imaginative, and engaging, even intimate. They are active, providing readers reasons to come back again and again. A travel writer must be aware of current events in the sector. Subscribing to various industry newsletters keeps one ahead of others. Some of the newsletters are mentioned here. www.travelmole.com, www.hotelmarketing.com, www.ifortravel.com, etc. One needs to have a creative edge to set self apart from the numerous travel writers and bloggers. The idea is to carve one's own niche, one that has the potential to attract a large number of readers while also being devoid of much competition. 52. Copying the writing styles and techniques of other travel bloggers may work in the short term, but in order to keep readers' attention, one needs to have a distinct perspective that sets writing different. Creativity and originality set a travel writer apart. Sample 1. Benares immersed in colors of devotion. March 6, 2021. Ayushi Saraswat. I started my journey from Kemp Gowda International Airport. We reached Varanasi in noon. We called a prepaid taxi and checked into the OK International Hotel. Next morning, we went to Old Visvanath Temple and also visited nearby temples. In evening, we went for Ganga Aarti. The experience was divine. We lived there for a week. We went to many temples: Saranath, Ramnagar Fort, Chunar Fort, Alamgir Mosque, Benares Hindu University and various other places. We tried all the delicacies and lip-smacking street food. But in narrow lanes of Old Benares, you get one of the most exclusive and exquisite sweets, which is being served by few vendors since ages, that's Malayo or Malayo. It is one of the hidden gems that is prepared only in Benares during winter season, from mid-November to first week of March. It is basically flavored milk foam, froth or cloud served in a small earthen bowl, garnished with pistachios and almonds. I love it so much that I used to eat it after my meals. Talking about boat rides, they are again an experience to live in Benares. The story starts with usual bargain with the Malla, boatman, trying to bring his price down to a point where he persuades you to take a ride on the Ganges covering different ghats. These boatmen have a lot of interesting stories to tell about Benares, their life and fables. Each boatman has his own set of stories. The evening Aarti is something you cannot miss to experience. I attended this Aarti at Dashashwamedh Ghat a number of times and it always felt the most divine and serene thing I ever felt in my life. Every time I was here, I felt like slowly engulfing myself in the smoke and chants. This Aarti is performed by young boys wearing silk dhotis with rich gold borders, orange kurtas and stoles across their shoulders of same color. The way their hands move in sync is simply beautiful and in the most elaborate way possible. There is a similar Aarti on Asi Ghat as well, but not as grand as the one at Dashashwamedh Ghat. There are many other tourist spots in Varanasi. You must also consider visiting Ramnagar Fort, Chunar Fort, Alamgir Mosque and Benares Hindu University. Exercise 1. Share your experience of visiting a place in about 80 to 100 words. 2. Recently you visited a holy place. Give details of the timeline and journey. Schedule. Reference for reading. 1. Marco Polo, The Travels of Marco Polo. Ronald Latham's Tr. From French 1982, Abaris Books. 2. Vikram Seth, From Heaven Lake, ISBN 0-7089-1290-7, Ulverscroft. 1985. 3. Paul Thoreau, The Kingdom by the Sea, A Journey Around Great Britain, ISBN 0395-34843-9, Hem, 1983. 4. Paul Thoreau, The Great Railway Bazaar, ISBN 345-301-102. Valentine, 1981. Paul Thoreau, The Old Patagonian Express, By Train Through the Americas, ISBN 395-52105-X, Hem, 1989. 5. Article writing. An article belongs to the genre of nonfiction and informative in nature. It is an independent piece of prose found in newspapers or magazines with an objective to keep the readers updated and well informed of matters relevant to them. It also offers a platform for the readers to contemplate over issues and develop a line of thinking of their own. Prerequisites: catchy word or a phrase for a title. Content relevant for general readers or specific target readers as the case may be. Topic and objective to be mentioned, reflected in the introduction. Exploring novel ways to arouse and sustain the minds of the readers. Blend of thoughts and emotions. Subjective conclusion that aims at provoking thoughts, calling for action. Jargon-free vocabulary and less aimed for specific readership. Good command over language. 54. Types of articles. Newspaper article. Article in local, national, international news columns. Black circle feature articles. Editorial. Articles. Research articles. Review articles. Sample, newspaper editorial. Inflation is still a mounting concern. The inflation rate measured in terms of the Consumer Price Index has remained elevated and above the Reserve Bank of India's (RBI) tolerance band in February, according to data released by the National Statistical Office (NSO) this week. The headline Consumer Price Index was at 6.44%, marginally lower than 6.52% in January. The fall in the index by a fraction has been claimed to be a good signal, but in view of the movement of the index in the past few months, it does not give much cheer. Inflation is above the upper threshold for the second straight month, and this might even indicate a trend reversal after it fell below the threshold in November and December last year. It has remained above the 6% limit for 12 of the past 14 months. The RBI's Monetary Policy Committee had projected an average rate of 5.7% for the current quarter. This does not seem to be possible now. A closer look at the data shows that most sectors and constituents of the index have seen price pressures. Cereals, milk and milk products, prepared meals and snacks, and spices have seen a rise in prices, though vegetables have seen lower prices. Cereal inflation has been in double digits in the past 6 consecutive months. The Rabi outlook is not very rosy because of the rise in temperatures across the country. Core inflation is high, and that shows that all sectors and commodities have seen price pressures. Most items like clothing, household goods and services, and healthcare have been affected. The price rise in many areas is caused by an increase in costs, but the prices will not decline even if the costs come down. 55. Hazards of polythene bags. Polythene bags have become very popular for carrying or shopping home. These bags are light, handy, attractive and strong. Shopkeepers find them easy to store and customers regard them as beneficial too. But they are a big threat to our environment. Polythene bags have many adverse effects. For example, they are not biodegradable and produce noxious gases when burnt. They choke the drains and provide breeding grounds to deadly germs. Animals and birds mistake them for food, and when they eat them, their digestive systems get disturbed. These bags never decay and the fertility of the earth is lost due to their excessive use. Thus, the greenery of the earth is hampered. The poisonous gases produced on burning the polythene bags cause serious diseases like bronchitis, allergy, cancer, etc. in human beings. Therefore, it is our responsibility to stop the use of polythene bags. We should take an active part in the anti-polythene campaign launched by the Delhi administration. Exercise. XYZ. Write an article on the given topics in about 100 words. Teenagers under stress. Significance of voting. Plastic-free home. OT platforms. Desensitization of news in the 24/7 news channels. Digitalization destabilizes social bonds. Bad banking. Financial literacy. Pollution, the result of over-urbanization. 56.